possibilities. I think technology has definitely brought us into a new age. And the understanding that my generation, our generation has going into the future here is this ability to use technology and understanding that can be used for good purposes and bad purposes. We're going into the future, how can we use those for the betterment of our civilization?
How is technology going to affect our lives after college, whether that's social media, and how do we not let that get to divulging so much information on the internet, and what is that going to look like for our generation versus past generations, and how do we not let that consume our everyday lives, and how do we represent our generation appropriately, whether it's on social media or in other ways. I think I get 99% of my news from my Twitter feed, and how do we not just become so antisocial that we're hiding behind screens at all times, and how is that going to affect the workplaces? Are we going to be in meetings where it's just going to be via Skype or whatever that's going to look like 10 years from now? So how that's really going to affect our generation. I think it would also be awesome to touch on renewable energy and resources, and what is that really going to look like, as we are living in a world where we're 7 billion people, but when are we going to reach that 10 billion?
We're entering a technological age that we've never had before, and so our opportunities are endless. And as much as older generations want to say that technology is ruining our face-to-face conversations, and it's bringing so much crudeness back into the world, I really see a lot of value in the way that we can all market ourselves, and we can all have opinions on different things, and we can be educated on things that we choose to be educated on. It seems like we're so used to tailoring everything to certain audiences, and you have to identify a certain way to hear this certain message. I'm a liberal, I listen to this. I'm a conservative, I listen to this. And it's so hard to find neutrality in the midst of all of that.
I think that social media has taught us more about empathy with others, and a different kind though. When somebody posts a sad status on Facebook, all their friends will flock to that status and post comments, start texting them, writing messages. Are you okay? You're cool, I support you, all this stuff. They're always there for them. And then when they write a positive message, they get 20 likes, a bunch of comments praising them. And so we're a lot more eager to praise our friends and also be there for them. But on the flip side, it's not always a face-to-face communication anymore. It's more of a social media empathy, which I find very interesting that our generation is developing that way. Are there any trends that we see in social media that need to be addressed immediately, and what can our generation do to address those trends? I'm interested to hear what needs to happen for educational institutions to be refocused more into promoting learning and personal growth rather than becoming businesses and being worried about profit.